Senator Sullivan. Just one more thing. I think we're ready to close the hearing. There will be an opportunity for questions for the record. When will questions for the record be due?
2 business days.
Okay. 2 business days from today. Let me just go to Dr. Henninger. Obviously, there are people on this committee who question the decision of the Secretary of Defense to reduce the staff of DOT&E. But what we do need to realize is that, as Senator Warren mentioned, this was created in FY 1983 in the National Defense Authorization Act. And by statute, it is required to conduct oversight of only the largest programs, which are called, and I quote, major defense acquisition programs, unquote, and they're roughly 90. So the position that I would take, and that I think probably the Secretary took, is that the remaining programs on the oversight list over time have been added by the director, and that it amounts to mission creep. So we'll continue to have that discussion among members of the Senate and House. Dr. Henninger, the NDAA has been reported from this committee for next year. Have you had a chance to look at that with regard to your function?
Thank you for that question, Senator. I have not seen the NDAA rollout. I have read some of the previous work in the Forged Act and the Speed Act. Okay. Well,
you know, I realize that you're not supposed to take any action which presumes you'll be confirmed. We ask that question of everybody. But it's okay, I think, right now to go ahead and familiarize yourself with the provisions of a proposed piece of legislation that has been reported from a full committee. So I would suggest that bit of homework for you as we proceed. Looks like we possibly may not have a vote of this committee before the August recess, if there is, in fact, a recess. And confirmation of each of you may not come until September. Just guessing there, but it's an educated guess. You will find in the proposed NDAA an alternate test and evaluation pathway for software, which seeks to leverage industry practices. And of course, that's, you mentioned the Forged Act, which I have proposed, and much of which is contained in the NDAA proposal. But with regard to software programs, it emphasizes data collection, a sort of a life cycle process across the program life cycle, rather than at a singular graduation point. So familiarize yourself with that, if you will, and we hope to get to confirmation votes of quite a few nominees in short order, but there have been some delays that we did not expect from some of our friends on the other side of the issue. So at this point, let me make sure that I have stated things correctly. This concludes today's hearing. I'd like to thank our witnesses for their testimony and for the information of members. Question for the record will be due to the committee within 2 business days of the conclusion of this hearing. And with the thanks of the committee, we are adjourned.